Y'all, we gotta talk. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. March did not go as planned at all. I thought that March was gonna be something that it didn't. And March was like one of the most stressful months out of this year so far. I I think I put the stress on myself, but maybe not. I had just a lot of work stress and I just started backsliding. Like the more and more I let the stress get to me, the more and more I just stopped doing the things that I was doing to take care of myself, stopped pouring into myself as much. I stopped, seeking my alone time and growing from that. I just, I want to say I was spiraling, but I just was not making the best decisions. Even with my sleep, I wasn't sleeping. There's just a lot of things, even money wise, which I got my money problems fixed. Like I did what I need to do. But before, like I don't know. I wasn't where I wanted to be this month and I didn't feel like myself. Even like to the point where I was just feeling so like just out of it. Like I was dissociating. I wasn't really feeling like me. On my birthday, that was the only day really in March that I really was like, oh my gosh, like this is a good day. I'm feeling myself, and it gradually got better a little bit. But really, it was just so much stress and me not doing the right thing in the stress. I don't regret how, and I'm sorry guys about the lighting, but I don't regret how I handle these situations. I think it just showed me some things about myself, some things I have to work on, how to be better. But I felt like, dang, like I've been working so hard to get myself up. I do not want to fall back down, and I don't want to go back to the same patterns that I had. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be someone that I can look in the mirror and feel proud of. I want to do all the things that I told myself I couldn't in the past, you know? And I'm like, if in my mind this month it's like, dang, like it's not happening, it's not happening, it's not happening. What's going on? Like I thought it was supposed to happen. Like everything's supposed to be how it's supposed to be. And it wasn't. I wasn't patient enough. And I was making impulsive decisions. The best things take time. And I know that's something that people say all the time. And it's something that I have to tell myself, like, you need to slow down. You need to calm down. Just because something's not happening right away doesn't mean it's not going to happen. And I wasn't making time for the things that I should have been making time for. Wasn't making time for YouTube. I wasn't making time for myself. I wasn't doing all that I could do. I feel like spring is just a time for new beginnings. It's a time for change. I just had my birthday. That's like my own personal new year. So I'm like, I just want to start over again. And sometimes we do that. Like sometimes we backslide, so we have to start over again. And that's okay. I'm not really starting from rock bottom because I didn't let myself go too far. But I am starting again and getting back into the habits I was trying to create, like the desires I had for myself. And you know what? I won't say that it's been all bad. I've been mature. I felt 19. Like I've made good decisions. I've accomplished some goals that I wanted to accomplish. So I'm not saying it's all bad. Like I made some music. Like I'm not saying it's all bad, but it was just mostly. And most of it was my fault and how I handle situations, how I handle the stress. Like the feelings I was feeling, it's okay. But how I handled it, no. I feel like there was a better way. And now that I'm done with that situation, I'm able to look at it from a bigger perspective, see it from all angles. And I realized like, yeah, like there was other people involved in my stress, but I could have taken myself like out of certain situations, or I could have like just, been like, you know what? This person or this situation, this thing is just having its little moment, like it's gonna pass. And I was impatient. I was like, I wanted to be done now. Like, but I needed to wait and be like, you know what? This will pass. It'll be fine. Like, let's just get through. Let's just go to work, do our thing, and then leave. But I let things affect me that I wish I didn't. And so now I'm gonna walk in a more not detached way, but in a way where my circumstance, my environment, it doesn't affect me because I'm pouring into myself, and I'm teaching myself how to be like this type of person that can handle hard situations, handle stress, that can have peace in it no matter what. I'm teaching myself how to, solve problems on my own and just, you know, let things be how they are. Not to force people or situations to be how I want it to be. Just flow with it and, work on the things that I'm trying to work on. I can work on the things I'm trying to work on without being affected by everybody else's emotions and their feelings and all these different things. Of course, I care about people. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like I'm not going to make their emotions over me. Like I'm not going to make that be the thing that pulls me down. I'm going to have empathy for people and compassion, but in a way that's like it's not tearing me down in the process. I could build them up and their emotions aren't gonna tear me up. So yeah, it was a lot of that. And I was confused about where I was going for a second. Like I had this plan in my mind and it wasn't going how I wanted to go. So I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know what to do. Is this even where I want to be? Do I want to go somewhere else? Do I want to leave? Do I want to stay? Like, and I'm talking about work. All of this was career related. Everything that I'm talking about right now is career related and me related. But like the stress, like that was career. It was like I was going to work and I was feeling so drained and I was feeling like this isn't where I'm supposed to be, even though I love my job and I always have. But I was just going through this little moment where I hated it. Like I just felt like I needed to leave and I was so stressed out. And I was in a classroom that was stressful. Like, you guys know, I work at a daycare. I loved that place. Like, I asked to work there. When my brothers first started going to that daycare, I asked to work there. I wasn't old enough yet. They waited for me to get old enough. They waited for me to turn 18, and they let me come in. So I sought that job out. I wanted it. I desired it first. And so I was so conflicted. I was like, wow, like I really love these kids. I really love these people. But I don't feel like I have time for the things that I desire, the things outside of work. I realized like I just wasn't making time for it. I was so tired, exhausted. And also I was just in a classroom that was difficult. It was just stressful. Different classrooms require different types of energy. You have to be kind of prepared, if that makes sense. Some classrooms, it's gonna take a lot out of you. Some classrooms, it's more calm and chill. Just depends on the classroom if you're a floater and you're not really in control of the routine and the structure of the classroom. So for me, it was just a classroom that was really difficult for me. It had me crying, like not with them because I had to be professional, but when I got home, I was crying every single day when I got home, stressed out, having migraines because I had to be so stern with these kids in a way that I never wanted to be. I realized something about myself. I don't like conflict or like aggressive. I don't know how to explain it. I don't like being a certain way towards children. I don't want to come off too harsh. I don't want them to think I don't like them or I'm angry with them. Like, I want them to know, like, yeah, I'm disappointed in your actions, but I still love you. And so it was like a balance. Like, I didn't know how to figure it out. I'm like, I don't know how to get you guys to make safe decisions. I don't know how to help you. It was hard. And, I should have taken that as a learning moment. Like, okay, this is challenging, so this is where I need to grow in. But in my head, I'm just stressed. Like, this is not what I want to do. I didn't sign up to be an amplified babysitter. I signed up to teach. Like, that's literally what my mindset was. But no, because I was so angry. I was so frustrated with how things were going at work and how I couldn't control the situations. So I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore. And I just felt like I was going crazy. Like, I felt like people, like my coworkers, just didn't really care about me anymore. Like, it's always been a family setting, right, at that job. And I felt like none of them liked me and they were gossiping, and they really weren't. I think I was just in my head way too much. I was just thinking like, wow, like I left high school and then I'm getting the same stuff at work. Like, people don't ever really grow out. And that's what I was thinking in my mind. But I think where my heart was at, it just made it seem like something it wasn't. Because once like that situation or situations kind of got resolved, I was like, okay, I'm okay. And I wasn't feeling like that anymore. I say all this to say, for this series, we're focusing on the mind, we're focusing on the heart, we're focusing on my environment, my surroundings, my room, my space. Like, we're focusing on getting these things together so that when I'm out in the world, when I'm out at work, when I'm out with my friends, I reflect the peace and the healing that I'm working on at home. And you know what? I'm not going to be hard on myself. I'm not going to beat myself up for how I reacted, for my emotions. I don't think the emotions were ever the problem. I think it was just really the reaction to them and how I handled it. So yeah, we are doing a spring diaries. I wanted to talk to you guys about this because I haven't been posting on YouTube, of course. I've been just working and working and working and working. And I have to learn how to find the balance, like, of working and my social life and my finances, all this stuff. Like, I just have to figure it out. And that's okay. That's a part of life, you know? Like, I just gotta figure it out. I have a great mom helping me, and you know, I have a great team. Like, even if it is just a small little team of me and my family, like my mom, my brothers, and my coworkers and stuff. Like, I know that at the end of the day, I do have the support. And I was really just self-sabotaging myself. Like, you know, when you get to a place where you're going in the right direction, then out of nowhere, like, you just start acting up, you start cutting up. Because part of you wants to keep on doing the things that you used to do. Part of you still desires the life that you used to live, the person that you used to be. But it's never worth it to go back, because then you're doing that cycle all over again. So me, I'm like, I'm not gonna keep doing this cycle. I've been doing it for years. And I was young, like, it's okay. I was going through things. I was going through trauma. But now that I'm free, now that I'm okay, now that I don't have to deal with that trauma anymore, like, I can heal from it if there's still things lingering. But now it's time to move forward and to make better decisions for me and my future. I'm gonna be well off. I'm gonna accomplish the things that I desire, and I'm not letting anything, and that's really just me, get in the way. Most of the time, it's not anybody else in front of me, it's me fighting myself. And I'm like, okay, we gotta do this. Like, we have to. I can't see myself not doing the things that I've been desiring for so long. I can't see it. I can't see myself not choosing myself anymore. I can't see myself putting myself in uncomfortable situations anymore. I can't see myself letting people push over my boundaries. I just can't see it for me anymore. And I should have never seen it, but I'm thankful for the hurt and the pain that I went through, because it helps me when I'm navigating life now. And I'm not mad at younger Malia. She was going through things. She was traumatized. But I'm not walking in that traumatized version of myself anymore. I'm not going to walk in that victim mentality anymore. I'm not. Because I know that I've been healed, and I know that I worked through it. You know, emotions come and go. If I feel hurt about a situation that happened months, years ago, I'm going to let it flow. I'm not going to stop it from happening. I'll let myself feel it, because I know we never arrive. We never get to that place where we're completely 100%. But I'm not going to walk around like acting like this hurt puppy. Like, listen, I'm not going to walk around holding my trauma in a bag when I could just put the bag down. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't need to carry that with me anymore. That's still part of my story. I still want to share. I still want to help other people with it. But I'm not going to carry it around like it's still with me, because it's not. It's gone. We don't deal with that anymore. I'm not that same girl who was helpless, you know? And I have to remind myself of that. I actually have choices. I actually have a voice. I actually can decide what I want to do with my life. And I can choose to think positively. I can choose to take actions toward my future. I have a choice. And I have to remind myself that, you know, I have to. I'm not going to do this anymore. This cycle anymore. I'm so done. I'm so done. It's not worth it. I'm ready to move forward and to really just walk in me. Like the song, I made that song. You guys are probably wondering about that. I don't know. But anyways, to walk in me. Nobody else. There's actually, even yesterday, which is kind of funny, even yesterday, I had a situation. I went roller skating. Like, some people invited me, and my energy was running out. And I guess not invited me, but they just said they come there every Wednesday, told me to come, so I was like, oh, might as well. But I went roller skating and stuff, and by the end of the night, like, I felt so drained, and I was just like, bro, I had no energy. And I wanted to talk to them, I wanted to be around them and stuff, but I just, like, my energy was gone because I hadn't been taking care of myself. I hadn't been getting real good sleep. Like, I hadn't been doing what I needed to do. So I wasn't feeling like me. And I felt like when I left, I felt so, like, this feeling of, like, unfinished business. I don't know. This feeling of, like, I should have done this. I should have did this. I was replaying everything in my mind, every conversation, every moment, every look, like, everything in my mind, because I was like, man, like, I feel like an imposter. I feel like I'm impersonating myself. It doesn't make sense. Like, I really felt like I felt like when I was younger, and I felt like I just didn't, like, fit, Like, just, I felt so out of place. That's the word. I felt so out of place. And when I got home, I started crying. And it was like it was opening up that wound from when I was younger, when I just had a fear of rejection. And I just, like, felt so much social anxiety. And I wasn't really able to talk to people as well as I do now. And I just felt like, I don't know, just out of place all the time. So I opened that up again, and I was like, dang, like, I don't want to go back to that. I want to make genuine friends, but sometimes I don't know how. Sometimes I'm scared. So it's just something to learn, because, like, growing up, I didn't really have friends like that. Like, I had people in my life for a little bit, and then I would move, I would go somewhere new, I would change or something. And I don't know. Now, I don't want a whole bunch of friends. I actually never did. I really just want my people, like, genuine people that I connect with. I know there's no other ulterior motive. I know that these people are working towards the things that I'm working towards. Like, I want people with different perspectives, of course, but, like, I want to be around healthy people and people that really care about me. Like, they don't just see me as entertainment when I make mistakes. Like, they really just, they're chill with me. And we could, I don't know. I just desire, like, those good friendships. And I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to do it. So I'm just going to just sit here and do what I do and let life happen. Let people come, let people go. Because I think that forcing anything to happen, it's just never gonna be how I want it to be. Like, it's never gonna be perfect. It's never gonna be, like, everything. So I need to stop trying to force it. I just need to let it be. And, stop being so harsh on people too, because I realized, like, when people make, like, one mistake, sometimes in my mind it's like, oh, so they made that, so they're gonna do this, and they're gonna do this, and they're gonna do that. And I think I know, but I don't. I pretend like I know, but I really don't. I don't know how people really truly are. I mean, I have a feeling, I have a gut feeling. So if I have that bad gut feeling, I'm walking away. But sometimes I really do assume bad things about people when that's not who they are. So I need to let them show me who they are instead of assuming who they are. So yeah, that's just my little rant for the Spring Diaries series. We're about to have a relaxing night. I'm going to clean my room, just have some self-care, just, you know, do my thing, like get my space together. And yeah, I'm just excited. So, peace.